I know the South Dakota State staff pretty well. Known Eric Henderson for a while. Buddy of mine, T.J. Otsberg, who's the head coach at Iowa State, was there before. And their assistant Brian Peterson had to actually head out of town in an emergency this afternoon. I've known Petey for a long time. His dad's, I guess, in a life or death situation back in Iowa. So just wanted to wish South Dakota State family, Brian and his family, hopefully his dad does better, but he had to fly out to get to Clinton, Iowa this afternoon. So before we get started, but I really appreciate them coming over. It is a quality team. They gave us a great game. We knew they would. They've won their league last year. And they're a good team. We told our guys they'd be a good team. They gave us everything we could handle. They outscored us in transition. They exposed a lot of stuff we need to work on. So that's why we play these games, though. It's good we could get a win while we got plenty of stuff exposed. I thought offensively we were pretty good tonight, particularly late first half through the second half. Defensively, we got a long ways to go. But good thing is we got some time to work on it. But so we're gonna have to be better on Tuesday against South Alabama than we were tonight. But Keon Ellis has been unbelievably good for us. I think he's plus 26 tonight. I think in 2 games he's plus 63. He got his season or his career high in rebounds again. I think he had it Tuesday. Now he beat that again with 13. To get 13 rebounds from a guard's pretty impressive. So we ended up out-rebounding these guys by 9, but it was a struggle for a while there. So, obviously Shireman's big guard, he had 18. So our big guard had 13. There's that 18. So, I mean, he's a load. He obviously was really good. Friedel off the bench killed us. We got to do a better job in transition D. We got to do a better job guarding the three-point line. Got to do a better job, on some of the rebounding stuff. But offensively, I thought we were pretty good tonight.
Thank you, Coach. Questions for Charlie?
Yeah, Coach, we saw Juwan go down in the first half. Just do you have an update on his status?
You know what? It's a soft tissue injury. They're not quite sure what it is. They're going to get an MRI and an X-ray first thing in the morning, and we'll know more from there. But it's his right ankle. We don't know exactly what it is right now.
Michael, go ahead.
The second half, you had a couple of runs, 10-0, 11-0 run. I think the 11-0, you guys had 3 straight blocks on the defensive end down in the paint. Could you just take us through that stretch and what you saw?
Yeah, if I remember right, Charles had the one. Darius Miles had one. And then Noah had the other one. I think we scored 7 points right off those blocks, I think. So, when our defense was good, our offense was feeding off it pretty well. But, we just got to get a little bit more of that. I think our athleticism took over the game a little bit in some regards. Did a hard time scoring over Charles. I mean, we were significantly better when Charles was in the game. You look at our defense, like overall, we had ourselves at like a 1.11 on the defensive end, which is not good. I mean, last year we were a 0.91 in SEC games, so to give up 1.11 against this team wasn't good. But you look down the line of which guys were in. Like Charles, we were a 0.89, when he was in the game. So, he obviously kind of anchored that defense when he was not in the game. We weren't very good, so we were able to play him 24 minutes. It's a good thing he stayed out of foul trouble as good as he played for us defensively. But, we got to get some other bigs to give us some better production in there, particularly Noah and Keon Ambrose on the defensive end. But Charles was really good for us tonight.
Go right in the middle, Nick.
Yeah, on Charles, I mean, how did you see him take steps from game 1 to game 2 in terms of just his poise and how he carried himself?
He stayed out of foul trouble. I think his size bothered him inside. He rebounded it fairly well. He made some really good reads. Kind of, we got him the ball in the pocket. He found shooters. I mean, he had 2 assists and no turnovers. So, I thought he's looked good in practice. I mean, he's a lob target. JD found him on the one. I think somebody else might have found him on one. Kind of got taken out, but he still caught it and was able to spray it out. We ended up scoring on that possession. So he's doing a really good job on both ends of the floor and gives us that rim protection we need. And just going to keep working with him, get him stronger. But shoot, I mean, he shot 6 of 7 from the floor and had 12, 6, and 2 with no turnovers. So I was pretty happy with his play.
On the left side here, Tony.
Another one on Charles, though. Not only with his rebounds, how advanced is he with his basketball IQ and the way he's able to position himself to kind of, even if when he doesn't get the rebound, it seemed like he positioned himself where Keon might have been able to get the rebound.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, he's taking up a lot of space in there. They've got to pay a lot of attention to him. And then, I don't have it in front of me, but, that's where, your defensive leverage comes into play, like our HDI guys. How much better are we as a team rebounding the ball when he's in the game? So I'm sure he'll be one of our higher defensive rebounding leverage guys. But, he's been good in practice. We didn't get to see a ton of him in that first game just because of foul trouble. He's got a high IQ. He asks a lot of questions. Every time coming out of a timeout, he wants to make sure he knows exactly where he's supposed to be. We need some more guys to be like that. Sometimes we come out of timeouts and guys aren't in the right spot. That's never him because he makes sure that he asks the right questions. He asks a lot of questions in practice. He studies a lot of film. He takes the game very seriously, and you can tell when he's playing because he tends to be in the right spot all the time.
We've got time for a couple more questions. Going to the far left here with JD first.
Coach, you took a timeout pretty early in the game when South Dakota State had just taken a 13-11 lead. What were you kind of seeing out of your team at that point, and then what did you see after that point?
I didn't like our effort. I didn't think we were playing hard enough. I didn't think our transition sprint backs were good enough. I didn't think we were getting talked and matched well enough. We got to play harder all the time. This is a good win against a really good team, so I don't want to take anything away from this win, but our defense is not anywhere close to where it needs to be right now. And until we get some of our key players really buying into, talking, sprinting, getting matched up, just some simple stuff like that, I didn't think we did a good job with it. So I want to make the point. You got the timeout in the first half. If you don't use it, you lose it. So, if there's no issues, I usually save those till late in the half. Well, we had some issues, so I went ahead and used it early.
Last question, far right here, Michael.
I guess that kind of feeds into what I was saying. The way San Diego or South Dakota State never really got blown away. They kept it close. You never really put them away. And what do you think went into that in the second half?
Yeah, if you look, we went up 18 with 6 minutes to go in the game, and then we count these 4-minute battles every media timeout. I think we gave up at that point in the last 2 4-minute battles, so kind of that last 7 minutes and some change, probably that last 6 minutes, we gave up 27 points. So, we lost the 8-minute to 4-minute one, 16-13. Defensively, we were 1.77, which is a disaster. And then we won the last 4-minute one 12-9, but defensively we were 1.29, which isn't very good either. We didn't finish them the way we needed to. But again, a lot of that goes to them not quitting, playing hard, playing the right way, staying in the game. Friedel torched us tonight. He had 23 points off the bench. I think our bench was outscored 52-19. That's a problem. We got to get better bench production. Obviously, with Jawan getting hurt, that hurt our bench production today. And, so really we just kind of had JD and Darius Miles. And they both played well, but wasn't one of JD's better scoring games. But Darius has been giving us really good minutes off the bench. But, they play well. This is a team that returns. They won their league last year. And, you saw what Oral Roberts was able to do in the tournament. They won the regular season over Oral Roberts. They returned 99% of their points from last year. So when we schedule and HDI helps us do a schedule, this game should be, if they win their league like they're predicted to, this should be a quality win. I don't know that, whether it's quad 2 or whatever it ends up being, it should be a quality win for us because this team's going to go on a run and win a lot of games here. So give them a lot of credit. But again, I thought there was times in the game we could have buried them and just didn't get the stops we needed to do that. So a lot of stuff to work on, but that's why we play these games. We'll get better at it. We'll be better next week than we were tonight for sure. Thanks, appreciate it.